You know my girl likes to burn them rubbers. Girls, Friday night on the Sunset Strip. Girls. Something in a diddle
Yeah.
Friday night. That's all the only words I know to that song is Friday night, apparently. What the fuck? All right, let's do 90s then.
Hitting it, baby, one more time.
Informer, you know, sleeping in horses and family, and Nicky boom boom down. Right?
So what the fuck are you doing?
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
I'm Chad.
and I'm Brittany, and we're the new tribe, and we're bringing you the new, real.
It is time for
The real, the raw, and the rugged.
Right. Good. Guys, that was improvised. I don't know what she's doing over here. Sound like she shit her pants.
I don't know what he's doing
I'm
over
pretty
here.
sure she pooped her pants.
No.
All right,
I'm
guys. Well, that's what
I'm
it was.
rocking out.
That's right. Rock out with your butt out.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, guys? If you ain't figured out from the title already, we are back
Back at it.
into the therapy session, guys.
Woo. It's been a long one. If you guys haven't seen our most recent videos
Yeah.
or our community tab, which I know you didn't because this one put it as members only.
Whoa,
Which
hateful.
we don't even have that activated yet.
We don't
have
name
it
names
available,
around
we
here.
just haven't activated it, which so I don't even know why they gave him the choice.
Yeah.
But we had a death in the family due to COVID. We took the necessary time to deal. We're not going to get into all that emotional-ish
Yeah.
right now because we have a therapy session with NF
long,
to get to.
long story
So-
short, I thought I notified y'all, and
Yeah.
I notified no one. Apparently, we
Yeah.
took a couple weeks off. Regardless, guys, we are back. It's been
Yep.
about 3 or so weeks since we've got to do NF. I think the last one we did was
Alive, paralyzed.
yeah.
It was a live video with us.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's what it
Paralyzed.
was. You're right. You're right.
It
You're right. I
sounded
was
like I
like, I
said
don't think
alive.
that's a song, but yes, that's what it was.
Mercury retrograde,
So,
guys.
guys, tonight we are doing NF. Breathe. 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 I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Is there normally an E on the end of breathe?
Yes.
B-R-E-A-T-H-E.
Or is it breath?
That would
Breathe?
be. That,
It's breathe. Right?
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Oh
That's
my
what-
gosh, now you've got me thinking I'm a tard.
I don't know. I might be a tard. You
Oh
guys,
my
I'm
gosh.
pretty sure we're going to find out regardless. So let's just act like we know. Everybody that's
Yeah,
watching, we're just
yeah.
going to all act like we know what's going on. And
It is a weird
but
word.
regardless, guys, we are back on that NF therapy session album. We told you guys we were going to do it from start to finish. We are still going to do it.
Yep.
We've got a lot of stuff started on this channel.
Yep.
So if you want to follow us on this NF journey, go back, check out the ones we've already done, and then meet us back here right when you hit that subscribe button.
And ring the bell so you know when we drop that ish that y'all like. Because, like he said, we do a lot on this channel. We do a variety. We are still, a newer channel.
Yes.
Because we aren't able to really devote the real time we want to this channel because we have real life.
Yes.
It's getting there, though. I feel
Yeah,
it. It's
one
close.
day. So now that you guys have hit that subscribe button,
Yep.
the next thing we want to do, guys, is grab a drink. Y'all grab your drink. Tonight we're doing, I've got to stay awake because it is late as always.
And my kidneys always need water.
That's
so.
right. So everybody crack your drinks and let's toast to those haters out there. Let's toast to those haters out
You
there.
know they need love the most,
That's
y'all.
right. That's right, guys. And we want to thank everybody that supports the channel,
Yes.
buys us drinks. If you have not yet, check out the description below. You guys can find all the links you need to help support the channel. You can get shout outs like you've seen in the beginning and the end of our videos. You can drink with us. You can do all kinds of stuff, guys. We've got a lot of fun stuff going on Patreon, on Coffee, on all kinds of stuff, guys. So check them out in the description.
Now it's time to get to NF.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Up top. Woo! Down low. In the hole.
I never know what size
Whoa,
it's
double.
be.
Whoa, you just
double fisted.
You ambidextrous my hole.
I don't even know what
you
that word means.
You ambidextered my hole. You ambidextered it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is NF.
Breathe.
Breathe.
Breath.
Breathe. Yes. And this is a lyric video, I believe. I tell you what, guys.
I'm loving this vibe already.
That's what I was going to say. It's been a little bit since we've done a NF track.
Yeah.
But
especially from the early
once
days.
We started it, I mean, it's like right back into it, man. You can already feel that Tommy Prophet production. Those, I mean, you can really feel it because one thing that we love about the NF that we've listened to so far is the attention to detail in the music that they do, like the effects, the ad-libs, just
from start to finish.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
I grew up in a small place, had to drive an hour just to see a movie. I'm a simple person, city life just doesn't move me. I'd rather be home with my grandparents and playing euchre. Didn't want to leave, but this dream.
What is euchre?
I don't know. Is it an instrument, maybe?
I have no idea.
It's I bet it's a game.
I bet it's like a card game or something like that. If you guys know below, let me know. I'm going to guess that it's like a card game like Bridge or something like that. Guys, we grew up in a small place.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we are both from Southern Illinois, and when we say that...
We call it the black hole of the United States.
We're talking like 30 minutes from the Kentucky border, Southern Illinois, like deep down in that point. Everybody hears that, you know, hey, you're from Illinois, and they automatically think Chicago and stuff like that. And no, we do now live near Chicago now that we're adults and we've moved, but we grew up in a small place. I remember having to go to another town to just see movies, especially if you wanted to catch them, that like the new ones that just come out. Like, we had a movie theater in our town that only got like the old movies that were getting ready to come off. So I can definitely relate to what he's saying here.
For sure.
Home with my grandparents and playing euchre. Didn't want to leave, but this dream's calling. I had to do it. I left my girl there. Wish I would have done it different. Cause she was right when she told me that I don't never listen. I told her I would change 1,000,000 times and never did it. Apologies don't mean a thing if you don't never fix it.
That's right, guys.
That's right.
You always...
It's got to be action, not just the words.
Exactly.
There's no meaning behind them if you do not put the action behind it. The energy's just not there.
Exactly, guys. And the fact, I mean, is he saying in this that let me run it back.
You gotta walk your talk, peoples.
You do. I'm gonna run this back real quick. Okay, he said didn't want to leave, but this dream's calling. I had to do it. Left my girl there. Wish I would have done it different. Okay, that's what I thought he said. I wanted to run it back and check it. So he's talking about, you know, his dream, his dream as a music. You know what I mean? And how he left his girl there. Wish I would have done it different.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm guessing.
Such a conflicting thing there because he knew that was his dream and he had to do it and he followed his truth.
Right.
But at the same time, it caused a lot of emotional distress.
Right.
In his relationships.
Right. So I'm wondering, like, if this is like early on. Obviously, we know now that he is married and he just had his first child and all of that. Congratulations, by the way.
Yes.
And I don't know if maybe this is the same woman,
Right.
the same girl, or if this was a different one.
the
I don't know. If
past.
you guys know if this is like, if he's talking about maybe his early days in the same relationship, or if this was a different one, let us know.
Do it. I left my girl there. Wish I would have done it different. Cause she was right when she told me that I don't never listen. I told her I would change a million times and never did it. Apologies don't mean a thing if you don't never fix it. I love what I do, but it's not what I expected. This industry is not your friend. Well, that's my perspective. Sometimes the closest people to you make you feel protected, but those are the same people that hurt you most and leave you guessing.
Hell yes.
Yeah, been there, done that.
First of all, like we said in the beginning, the attention to detail and the theatrics
Yes.
of his music, the way he's doing that in the background,
yeah,
that you know
yes.
obviously is
I
him in
love
the
it.
background doing that, and we know NF's got them.
Really puts
them pipes,
the
you know?
it really puts the emotion into
Yes.
what he's saying, and there's so much emotion in his voice and just the lyrics that
Yes.
he chooses to say as well. This guy is just full
It's-
of emotion and passion.
It takes talent to know what to put in a song
So people
to
will
get that
interpret it.
to get that feeling across as
Yes.
to what he's saying, and with him doing that in the background, really it just nails it right
Oh,
on the
yeah.
head,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Nails it right
Some
on the
people
head.
say nobody's perfect, but expect perfection. How you supposed to find the answer if you don't ask the question? Sometimes I look into the mirror and talk to my reflection. When I go home and turn the music off, what am I left with?
Wow, man.
I love that.
Wow. That is beautiful.
Wow.
We used to be close, but as time passed, we became disconnected. You never felt loved, and I always felt disrespected. Your family thought I was a joke. I was always defensive. They just wanted what was best for you. I just couldn't accept it.
Okay.
Wow. So, guys, I think NF is the only artist that I've heard that does this many songs with such unorthodox
Yes. I was
beats,
thinking
like
that's-
almost
I
like
was thinking the same
like
thing.
spoken word type of
Yes.
stuff. Like this doesn't even have any kind of drum beat really. All you've got is that kick drum or that bass line in the background,
Yeah.
and then it's almost like
very
a cappella.
open.
Yes,
It's very open.
It's
Yes.
almost spoken word, and we love spoken word. We
Yes.
actually write a lot of spoken word. She does more than I do, but we wrote
I love it.
several things together, and
Yes.
this is kind of along the lines of that performance piece. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like and I can't see him doing much more to it. Like maybe here in a little bit they're gonna add some stuff in or
No,
something
I
like
think
that.
they kept
but
it very open because they want to get across the loneliness.
that's a
they
good
want-
point.
yes.
Yeah, that's a real good
Yes.
point. I bet you're
They
right.
thought I was a joke. I was always defensive. They just wanted what was best for you. I just couldn't accept it. And hurting you was not a part of my plan or my intentions. But I was immature. I guess I had to learn some lessons. We grew apart and our lives went in different directions. And there's a lot of responsibilities that I neglected. I had a lot that was bottled inside, couldn't express it. And this pain won't leave. I can feel the depression. It's taking over my body. Feels like I'm always stressing. Doctor told me I should sleep, but I'm always resting.
He's
Wow.
always restless.
Always
He's
restless.
a fire sign. He's an Aries. We figured that out. And that's where a lot of this passion comes from, that
Yeah.
fire. But I can understand why he can't sleep and why he's restless.
Yeah.
A lot of fire signs, they suffer from ADD, ADHD, and a lot of them suffer from insomnia because that energy is so intense
Yeah.
all the time that sometimes it's hard to shut it off. So
Yeah.
I completely understand. But that's also why he felt so like, passionate about following his dreams.
Right.
But at the same time, he's so conflicted as a human and with emotions
Yeah.
that, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to live both lives?
Yeah.
And I can totally get it because
I get
I
it too.
do not desire fame whatsoever.
No, none.
Like the average human, they would love that. Like they would freak out if they even got a chance to be on, say, a YouTube video or whatever. I see it all the time because we're doing Harry Mack videos, and little kids freak out all the time, and our kids say it all the time. They want to be YouTubers and stuff like that. We both are very introverted,
yes.
and we just, any social interaction, especially big ones, we have to like recharge for days and like stay hidden because it's just so much. So I can never imagine, like, a lot of people just focus on the money, the attention, the, you know, feeling so good about yourself that they don't actually think about, oh my gosh, the attention is actually what causes the loneliness.
Right.
Because there's so much of it, you're going to end up getting trampled just walking out,
Absolutely.
you know, walking into a mall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and causing just a frenzy.
Yeah,
and that's not their fault.
I wouldn't want that kind of life at
No.
all. I did want to touch on, like, back before when we stopped, and he was talking about how basically her family didn't like him. You know what I mean? He wasn't good enough for her. And
you see that a lot.
You do, but see, I agree on some stances, and then I disagree as well, because you see already, and this probably plays a lot into his mental health and his mental state, especially at this time, he was automatically taking the blame and saying it's okay because they just want what's best for you. And that's not okay, because chances are they had no idea who he was.
Or what was best for her.
Or exactly.
A lot of parents want to take possession over their kids and say, no, this is the life that you live.
Right.
And I get that they might have the best intentions, but, you know, their kid's not your possession. They
Right.
have their own energy.
Well, and you can't really know what's best for somebody especially when they're that age, and it's when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that. You can know, like, maybe if they're in a toxic relationship and you see a lot, you know, that's kind of thing,
different.
and the back and forth and the hurt and the abuse, that's way different. But when you just, you know, like in our case, you know, her parents never liked me, or her parent, whatever, however you want to put it, her family.
I come from a narcissistic family, so they weren't going to like anything that made me happy.
Right, but the fact that they, one, didn't know, and two, they didn't even
try.
Yeah, but they didn't. They didn't even try, but they would have done anything in their power to make her happy, but yet, you know, the one thing that did make her happy, they didn't want. And
tried to actually cause problems and tried to cause us to break up.
Right. So, you know,
and honestly, vice versa with his family, too.
A parent wants, you know, say for a daughter, they want that daughter to be well taken care of and, you know, marry a rich doctor so she's financially stable and stuff like that.
That's what my mom actually said.
That is, actually, I'm quoting. But, you know, and that is so far-fetched and so shows the conditioning and the generational toxicness that we still deal with to this day, because money doesn't
and gender-specific shit.
Money doesn't buy any kind of happiness whatsoever. Yes, money will solve problems. Money will make know some things easier, but it also
creates problems.
There's always going to be those. There's always going to be problems. What you want for your child, in my opinion,
somebody that cares about you.
Is somebody that would do anything for them, protect them, love them like they needed to be loved, and
mentally.
So when I hear NF saying this, it's like I said, I'm split on that, man. In some cases I see it, but in a lot of cases it's like, you know, don't sit there and take the blame and be like, you know, oh, I understand, because you know, I even did that in some senses, you know, because it's like, yeah, I understand. Hell, I loved her enough.
See it so much.
I loved her enough to where I'm like, damn, you know, I agree, man. Go marry a doctor. You know, be taken care of, because I didn't have that kind of money. But it's not right. You know what I mean? It's not right. Don't go out there and try to choose for your children. Let your children discover, learn, find their own way.
Let them grow.
Absolutely.
Restless. I lay awake at night and think my thoughts are but I'm always restless. I lay awake at night and think my thoughts are relentless. I need a moment to breathe. I need a moment to vent this. I seem to be the only person that I play pretend with. And when I turn the music off, what am I really left with, huh?
It's got that sway
It's
to it.
beautiful. Wow, it sounds so like it's hard to explain.
Yeah. It's a vibe.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's a
Yes.
full-on vibe.
Yes.
I love how they've let it ride out like
Yes.
this, just so you can soak it in.
That was yummy at the end there.
Wow. All right, guys.
Wow.
That was NF. You know what I mean? That was 100%.
Him. Yes.
Like, guys, we love the mixtape NF. We love
my
the
gosh.
hip hop NF. But
we love hip hop, period.
yes,
That's why.
But it never ceases to amaze me how much I like the stuff like this that he does.
It's like vulnerable hip hop. It's
it's
hard to explain.
It's really hard to explain how it is.
I
Like,
love it.
Like I've said before, and I'll say it again a million times, this guy could have
Done
blown
any genre.
on any genre. He
Yeah.
could have blown on pop. He could have blown on rock. He could have blown on rap. You know
I love
what
how
I mean?
he mixes them.
I do.
I do.
And that's
That shows somebody that you can't be defined by one
That's
thing.
what I was gonna say.
Don't put me in no motherfucking box.
the spectrum.
I am who I am.
The spectrum that this cat is on
Yes.
just blows my mind, man. I'm
Yes.
saying, hell yeah. All right, everybody.
NF Army.
You guys know, and if you don't know, shame on you. You should come and check our videos out more often. What time it is?
It's Bar of the Day.
That's right, guys. It is time for Bar of the Day. If you don't know what Bar of the Day is, this is where my beautiful wife, Brittany, and I myself, we like to pick our favorite bar of this song. We're going to let you know what they are and why. And then it's your turn. You guys, go to the comment section, leave a hashtag,
BOTD.
and let us know what your bar of the day is, and don't forget to tell us why, guys. Let's get into this. We love the NF BOTDs.
Oh, yeah.
We love them.
Oh yeah, it's when we can really like interpret what it means to us.
Yeah.
And really get into our vulnerable feels.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
You feel me? Yeah.
You feel the feels, guys? All right, guys.
I guarantee he makes you, and if not, then you might be.
Yeah, if you
might be soulless.
If you can't feel listening to an NF track, then you need to you need to get new hands. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go first. Mine's first. This one had a lot of lines that just hit deep, and make you
This was like
makes you
blatant,
turn in and
literal
think.
truth.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Yeah. So the bar I'm gonna go with is, I told her I would change 1,000,000 times, but never did it. Apologies don't mean a thing if you don't ever fix it. And I didn't go with this because it's something that I relate to or anything like that, because I'm actually 100% different when it comes to that statement.
Yep.
But
we said, you got to walk your talk. We
Yes.
have always believed that.
absolutely. But I feel this bar so much because I see it so much in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I see people that do things and, tell, whether they really want to or not. I mean, I see some that really want to, but whether they say that, oh, I'm going to change,
Yeah.
and half the time it's,
Or I'm tired of this.
right. And half the times you have a hard time believing that is the truth.
Yeah.
Because in our eyes, and we're not on some pedestal looking down
No.
or anything like that, in our eyes,
It's just an observation.
yes, in our eyes, if you haven't got to that point yet, you know what I mean? That I don't know if people call it rock bottom, or
Yeah.
you just get awakened, or you just get sick enough. But if you haven't got to that point to where you want to fix it and you want to change, you know what I mean? Then there needs to be something drastic that happens
you
in
ain't
your
gonna
life.
be talking about it. You're gonna be doing it.
Absolutely. That's what
Period.
we always say. You got to
Yeah.
watch actions,
Yep.
not words.
Yep.
And you know, yes, I know if people are in that situation and, you know,
it's a cycle,
you got somebody doing you wrong and all that, and they're telling you, oh, baby, I'm sorry, I promise I'll never do it again. I'm going to change.
Or just apologizing to themselves as well and saying I'm going to change, you know, negative traits about myself and stuff like that too.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
It's all about finding love for yourself.
I think that's when I see it from the outside looking in, that's when I believe it more, is when they're not apologizing to somebody, but they're talking about and to themselves, and they're just like, I hate myself, you know. Not hate myself.
That's about myself.
Right. That's a strong. I said that wrong, but I hate how
usually
this makes
they do hate themselves, though,
and I want to change. And you know, you can tell that there's a different vibe when it comes to somebody that really gets to that rock bottom or that point to where they mean it and they want to change, whether it's for somebody or for themselves. You know, they have to get to it to them, you know, to themselves.
Yes.
Because
you can't ever try to change somebody.
If you try to change yourself for somebody, you're going to end up resenting that person, especially
and resenting yourself
if you're not ready to do it, you know, and hopefully you're not on that carousel, that hamster wheel, and it's something dangerous or anything like that. You know,
don't let somebody
God
change
forbid,
you.
but
if you know who you really are, then don't change because somebody is wanting you to change. That's not something to apologize for.
Absolutely.
And this world will try to make you feel that way. Don't ever apologize for being authentically you.
Absolutely.
And if you're in a relationship and they're trying to change you like that, then that probably isn't the person for you.
That's right.
There is somebody out there that will love you just for you.
Absolutely.
I promise. There's a whole tribe of people. You just have to start living your truth on the exterior as well on the interior, so they can balance, and then you can attract what is meant for you.
Word up. All right, guys.
Don't waste any time. Just do it.
Let's listen to this bar the way NF intended it, guys.
Let's do it.
Right when she told me that I don't never listen, I told her I would change 1,000,000 times and never did it. Apologies don't mean a thing if you don't never fix it. I love what I do.
I tell you what, man.
I love his honesty.
I do too. Like,
he's not just vulnerable. He's also like so blatantly honest, like painfully honest.
Yes.
And you can feel it. And that's why you can feel his emotions, is because he is so authentic with everything that he's saying.
All right. Brittany the Beautiful.
Yes, here's mine. Some people say nobody's perfect but expect perfection. This spoke so much because this is our society right here.
Absolutely.
So many people want to, you know, post this, you know, like love for humans, peace, love, because it's becoming mainstream.
Yeah.
But yet they don't really live that at all.
Yeah.
They're not really compassionate towards themselves, and they still strive for perfection. And you feel like you literally have to be that because of society and the systems they have set up, especially if you have kids. You have to maintain this perfect life, especially with public schools and stuff, because if you don't, then they're going to come after you, you know, with the systems that they have. And they're going to judge you and make you feel like you're doing something wrong if you don't conform to them. And that's how families are today because of society. They don't want to be embarrassed of, you know, their children or of this or that. They call them the black sheep, the whatever, to try to belittle them and shame them. And that's so sad because none of us are perfect.
No.
None of us. We literally are ever evolving humans. All we can do is show up as our best selves every day, and that it can be our perfect. But we are ever changing, like I said, and that's how we're meant to be. That's how we grow. That's how we learn our truths in life, especially through this conditioning of society.
Absolutely.
Like, it's even harder for us to learn our truths. And that's why I was saying you don't need to apologize for being your authentic self. I mean, if somebody's trying to change you, whether that be family, a romantic partner, whoever, you have to say, F you, I'm going to be me. You have to choose you and choose the love for yourself.
And the sooner you do that,
the sooner you're going to find your happiness.
Absolutely.
Believe us.
Absolutely.
It's scary, and I totally get that because we were there. But we didn't settle for less, and we stuck it out and waited until we had what we deserved. Yes, it sucked, but we have it now, and we're so grateful for that. And we talk about it all the time and really, really reflect on it because it's amazing that we got what we have because we're so lucky, and we totally get that.
Super lucky.
And that's why we can tell you,
and
take that step.
And that's part of what we like to do
Stand for yourself.
As a couple, and part of what where a lot of our positivity comes from on this channel is the fact that, you know, we are thankful, and we do recognize that we, you know, a lot of people don't have what we have, and we're not trying to like flex that or show off or brag or anything.
No.
We
were there.
We are humble. We were
Yes.
there. I went a long time, you know, alone, lonely, walking this same road with these same things.
Wondering if we were ever gonna
Ever,
find what
yes,
we knew
I never
inside we needed.
never had a relationship with any kind of love or feelings, except for, you know, towards myself.
Yes.
And those were usually, you know, bad feelings because
Like, what the F am I doing?
exactly, because there was nothing, you know, and it's hard. I get it. It is hard. But the best thing that I ever did was start just living for myself and making myself happy. And as soon as I did that, I met my beautiful wife, and I have literally made myself happy ever since.
Yes, as soon as we both made that decision, it was within 6 months that we came across each other in the most unexpected way as well.
Absolutely.
And it just happened. And we knew it that second. You will know it. You will feel it in your soul. You will feel it in your whole being, and it will change your life.
One of these days, guys, we will do a special video, and we will talk about our story and how we met and stuff like that. So if that's something that you want to see, make sure you let us know, and it'll be awesome, guys. So, all right, let's listen to this bar the way Nate intended it.
Those are the same people that hurt you most and leave you guessing. Some people say nobody's perfect, but expect perfection. How you supposed to find the answer if you don't ask the question?
That bar, that one line explains like so much hypocrisy in the world.
Yes.
You know what I
Hypocrisy,
mean?
That's a great word. That's what I was trying to get
yes,
out.
It explains it in such just boom. You know
right
what
there.
I mean? And it's the truth, because and like she said, the only perfection that you can ever really strive for realistically is the perfection of knowing that you are trying your 100% hardest to be authentically you every single day.
And
that's it. That's all the perfection you need to strive for.
And there will be off days, just like there's highs and lows of life. That's the roller coaster of life. Those are your lessons, and then you get to grow and get to your high spot again. So you will have off days, of course. That's part of the growth and part of just living as a human with emotions. And you have to be grateful for both, so you can get back to that happy place and not get stuck in a rut.
Word. Word up, baby. Good talk. Good talk.
Yes.
Good talk. All right, guys. That is NF Breathe. 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 That was great, guys. Like I said, we are never disappointed when it comes to this. Like
it's truly a therapy session.
It's hard to even say the beat was good, because there was like, it wasn't your traditional beat.
It was
but we come to
badass.
expect this kind of stuff.
Theatrical.
Yes, from NF, and I love this one. I love the subject matter. I love the way he approached it. I love the therapy. And
I feel like it's a Dear Diary kind of thing.
It
when
is.
It's within
It is, absolutely.
Yes.
So
even if when he's going hard and really flexing, he's still expressing so much emotion in it and talking about the emotion.
Yes.
He doesn't just express it in his flex bars. He actually talks about the emotions,
Absolutely.
which is why people love him so much, because he's so relatable.
And guys, we realize that a lot of these subjects, I mean, if you're listening to NF, you know how deep his subjects are.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're too shy, or you just don't have that in you to put it out there in your bar of the day, you guys always feel free to reach out to us through our email. It is officialnewtribe@gmail.com. That's right. You can always reach us. You'll find it in the link in the description below. You can holler at us there if you just want to talk. If you don't want to talk to us, reach out to somebody, because it really does do good to
get it off your chest.
Yes, to have a therapy session. You know
or
what I mean?
Or just write in a journal, because literally that's the same type of relief. And you know, if it's that terrible, if it's about an ex or something, then burn the motherfucker.
Absolutely.
You know, because the elements will help you release.
Yes. Mental health is one of the biggest crises that we have as a
And it was
as a race, honestly, as the human race, that is one of the most important.
On purpose.
One of the most important things that we need to look at, just as a whole,
we
and
need to come together,
support each other, heal from our past, and move forward.
Stop being judgmental. Stop attacking one another from the left or the right. We need to come together and just be the human race.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that's it. That's all we've got. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for, man?
And ring the bell so you know when we drop that ish that y'all like.
Absolutely. We've got all kinds of cool stuff coming up, guys. Like we said, we're on the Therapy Session album now. We've still got the rest of Therapy Session was a half of this left. We've still got Perception. We've still got The Search. And NF is getting ready to drop something new, sometime soon. I don't know when. So if you guys got a date, let us know in the comment sections below. Yes, absolutely.
You know where it's at, the NF Army. You guys have showed up.
You guys are awesome, and we appreciate you.
You guys are one of the reasons we actually decided to go through with just music on this channel.
All right, guys, before we get out of here, we want to tell you guys one thing, and that is you are important.
And you are beautiful, and you are loved. Get out and do something that's all about you today, not about what society wants you to be, not about what you think perfection is. Just listen to the inside.
Absolutely,
listen to what you are saying on the inside, and then go and do it. You don't have to tell anybody. You can go do it in private, and then keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And I promise you're going to get to a point where you know who exactly you are, and you're not scared to live it because it feels so damn good.
That's right, guys. All right, we are out of here. We love each and every one of you. We will see you right back here tomorrow, and we guarantee you that we will be just as
real. Peace, guys.
Later.